5-minute salute. I'm your host, Chris Budihas, and joining me from the House of the Mouse, better known as Orlando, Florida, is the famous Landy Dunham with Honor Flight of Central Florida. Landy, my friend, how are you?
Chris, I'm doing well, and I prefer infamous.
Infamous. He's been on a few milk cartons in the past, but hey, I know you, Landy, but since we're an international show, not everybody does. So where are you originally from and what you do in the military?
I'm originally from a little town called Camden, South Carolina. It's a historic town known for the Battle of Camden, Revolutionary War days, and frankly, a horse racing town. Joined the Army from there, and as you know, was blessed to attend the academy at West Point and retired as an Army colonel, aviation officer in 2017.
Yeah, that's great. And you know, you and I had met. You're the garrison commander at West Point. I was the prep school commandant, and yes, I was always in awe of what an impressive guy you are, because you got lots of energy. You got a big heart for giving and such. But in your post-military career, you've done a lot of things. You're a civilian aide to Secretary of the Army for Central Florida. I'd encourage folks to go Google that. What does that mean? But here today, we're talking about the Honor Flight of Central Florida. Can you describe the folks? I don't think everybody knows what Honor Flight is. What is this program, and what are you guys doing down in Central Florida?
I'll try to keep it simple. It's first of all, I love the program. It's a nationwide program, Honor Flight, but we have the Central Florida hub. And basically our mission, very quickly, is to fly those veterans, right? Right now we're focused on World War II, Korean War, and of course our Vietnam era veterans, to Washington, D.C. for a day of honor so that they can actually spend time at the memorials that are erected in their honor. And we do that all free of charge to the veterans one long Saturday. We leave one of the two airports, either Sanford or the Atlanta International Airport.
Yeah. We
head to BWI, we bus route down to the mall area, and we have a bunch of cool events that we do on that day.
That's awesome. And I've experienced some, I volunteered with Honor Flight of the Hudson Valley up there in New York. But can you explain to the audience that aren't familiar with Honor Flight, what does a day for that veteran look like, and why is it important to do what we do during that day?
Well, now the word I like to use is rock stars. They get to be treated like the rock stars they are. I'm not kidding you. Yeah. It's amazing to see how many folks on that day of travel, wherever we go, are just, giving so much love to these veterans. We tell the veterans, be prepared. People are going to come up to you, they shake your hand, they're going to want to hug you. Think about how you want to handle that, because it's going to happen. And many of them have never experienced that. And as you know, now we still have some World War II veterans, which is awesome. And the last couple of flights, we've had at least one or two Korean War veterans too. But the vast majority of our veterans nowadays are our Vietnam era vets. And I don't have to tell you about the welcome home they received during their time frame. So, man, they're so excited. And we make sure that the welcome home they received this time is something that they'll never forget.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, rockstar. That's a great descriptor there, because up there in New York, they'd show up at the terminal. We do clap them on, if you will. They get on the airplane. They do mail call, like back in the good old days, like, they got a letter written by either a family member or somebody.
Let's don't give all our secrets away now.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. But just that experience alone is impressive. And the fact you're at no cost to the veteran, right, other than their time, that's impressive. So for you personally, why did you choose? I mean, you can do a lot. There's a lot of nonprofits out there. You can be doing a lot for a lot of other folks. Why did you choose to work with Honor Flight?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I have been one of those, witnesses in the airport to see the wheelchairs come through and the place erupt, a roaring crowd cheering. And I was, what's going on? And I found out that, there's this thing called Honor Flight. These are our World War II and Korean War and even Vietnam era vets. I said, that's awesome. So I always wanted to participate in, this particular organization. I just didn't know how. Yeah. Of course, I'm in Orlando, Florida, and I'm retired, and I want to continue to serve and give back. I think I'm already selected by that time as a civilian aide to the Sec Army, and doing a lot of stuff with the, the mayor's veterans councils, et cetera. And I had a young lady come up to me. She said, man, you look military. Simple as I see it. Yeah, I'm a retired military. And she says, yeah, I'm part of this organization called Honor Flight. And I said, oh my God, I've heard about it. In fact, my wife and I were both children of Vietnam veterans. My wife, unfortunately, her dad passed from Agent Orange when she was 10 years old.
Yeah.
And we've heard stories from my father about the welcome home. And
Oh, yeah.
I always used to say, if I get a chance to remedy that, I want to be a part of it. So it's near and dear to our heart personally.
Yeah.
Like I said, the majority of our veterans now are those Vietnam era veterans. So it's a perfect opportunity for my wife and I to give back to the community, stay involved with our veterans and military. Active folks come and support as guardians all the time as well, and reservists and guardsmen and women.
Yeah.
But also give back to our fathers in that respect.
All right, Landy, how can people find Honor Flight of Central Florida, and how can they find you?
Hey, the best way to find Honor Flight is through the World Wide Web, www.honorflightcentralflorida.org, all one word. And I just happen to be blessed to be one of the co-chairs, my wife and I, of the board of directors. You can find me that way as well. There's a phone number on that website too.
Okay, what we're going to do is encourage folks to donate that time, treasure, and talent. Take a look at Honor Flight, because as you stated, nationwide, great opportunity to give back to their community and really give those veterans those lasting memories of their service, decades, years later. And, well, I really appreciate your friendship. I appreciate what you're doing for the community and really for our veterans. So thanks again, Landy.
Likewise, Chris, likewise.
I will be in contact. Hey, folks, connect with Landy and I on LinkedIn. We'll love to continue the conversation. Take a look at Honor Flight. Man, when you see their website, you're going to be moved, and I hope that you will consider giving your time, your treasure, and your talent to help our veterans out, kind of get back to those lasting memories of their military service. It is so powerful, if not life-changing in many cases. So we'll see you in our next segment on Live with Gratitude.